I think I'm pretty cool. I think I'm pretty cool. I think I'm pretty cool right now. I kind of just came out here to like bull, just like say whatever. But regardless of what's happening outside of right now and like the situation that's going on with me personally, or like the things that are going on with everything in general, I feel like maybe the only moment that I could have dealt with all of this, or that this all could be happening and could have happened, because the only time we could have dealt with it is right now, or only time that I could have dealt with it, it was right now. I feel like as a person, not that I'm wise enough to even say something like this, but like, or even give this, or even say this, I kind of just made it as a video log. As a person, I've grown to believe that God only puts us in, regardless of if you're religious or not, but God, higher power, or whatever you believe in, maybe made you go through everything that you go through in order to, you know, build you up. I'm kind of starting to believe or think that it's true, because I've disconnected myself from wanting, and this may be like the story of, oh man, he could have done so much, but I'm disconnecting myself from wanting things that are out of reach of myself, or like a status or a symbol, or like wanting a certain kind of thing. And I know that making this video may be like even kind of odd, because it's like, why are you even making the video if you're not chasing that sort of status or fame? Like it makes me question like what the purposes of making this video is. But it's just like, it's just a video log, you know. I've come to just appreciate it for what it is and what I'm doing right now, and like maybe that's the only reason why I could handle what's going on right now. You know what I mean? I guess that's the best I could put it. I could only handle it right now because it's just what's happening, you know? And it's not that you should see these things going on, or like we should experience these things that are going on and not acknowledge it or say the truth, or, you know, feel a certain kind of way. But it's what's happening right now, and I'm not saying that you should just accept it. Don't. It's not cool. It's not right that it's happening, but it is happening, so you gotta like be aware and pay attention. You know what I mean? That's the best way I could put it. Like, you gotta just understand that it's happening and take action, and understand what you can and can't control. Like, understand that things that are outside of you are just outside of you sometimes, but it's not like you can't, or you don't have an ability to change it, because you can. You know, you can control yourself. You can only control what you believe or assume, or understanding of what's happening, you know. I guess that's the best way to put it. You could only realize what's going on in the moment. You can realize what's going on and do what you can to change it, you know. Change what you're believing is what I'm trying to say. Change the thought that you're having about it. And not that I'm saying follow stoicism, but realize the thought that's happening. Say, okay, I realize this is what's going through my head. Be present and say, what's happening right now, and what can I take control of? Could I go and do this thing so that a moment like that won't happen again? Or will I change my thought process so that thing that happened doesn't affect everything outside of me, you know? Like, so that thing that happened doesn't make me do something that it just wouldn't be good, you know? Catch your thoughts, like, in beliefs when they're happening, of what's going on, and try to not push it away, but question it. Even if you have only 2 seconds to sit there and catch a thought, it might be better than what you might have done with the thought in your head. If a certain thought was in your head about a situation that's going on, and the thought then starts to attach itself to an emotion, and that emotion comes back to you, and the thought makes you do a certain thought that you might have never wanted to do or even thought of before. It's important to catch these thoughts and things that are happening when they are happening, so that we don't go down a worse path. We could have caught that thought in the moment and made a difference, made a change, rather than acting on something that could have been negative, or even doing nothing about it. We could catch it, question it, and say, wait, but what do you mean, to yourself, not out. You can catch these things while they're happening and question them. Question how it affects you, but also how it would affect somebody outside of you, because these things are serious, and we don't think about what happens until it happens. You know, like, we don't think about what happens until it happens, and you're like, why did I do that? Why did I do it? Could have caught it at the moment and even questioned it, or even paused the thought, grabbed it, rather than acting immediately. Should have took a step back and questioned why, or what, or who even is this coming from? Why is this thought happening? And obviously not all thoughts are like that, because thoughts are really good and are really helpful, but what you may think is helpful might not be helpful for somebody else. And it's hard to grasp that. It's hard to understand that. It's hard to know what is right and what is wrong in a situation, because nobody truly knows, you know. Nobody truly knows what's the right action to take. And sometimes we don't catch that thought in the moment, that they also don't know what they're doing, and I don't either. So why don't we help each other understand without assumptions, without not first trying to understand somebody else's perspective before you do something, before you do it. before it happens, before it just happens, before it's over. Just ask why. Why? Just ask why. Catch it. Don't let it run away. I'm telling you. Don't act on it first. Don't. Of course, take action, but sometimes immediate action is good as well when it comes to situational responses. But don't take action when it hurts somebody else. If it involves a negative emotion about something, question it first and just think, what would be the best right now for me, so that it won't affect this other person. Would walking away be the best choice? Would catching a breather be the best choice? Would handling it right now be the best choice? Ask it. And how would that affect them if I did that? If I walked away from this person right now, how would that affect them? If I did this to this person right now, how would that affect them? If this thought is attached to my situation, what's going on, and this emotion, if they're attached, how is that going to affect right now? What would it make me do? Why would I do it? Who is it helping? If it isn't helping you or somebody else or the world in some way, simple or big, don't act on it. Don't act on it. Don't make it happen. Don't be Mr. Get It Done or Mrs. Get It Done, or that person gets it done. You get what I'm saying? Don't do it. Like, please. Like, it's crazy that I'm saying it, but like, bro, please think and just access these things that are happening right now. Take advantage. Be there, be aware, know, and just understand, or at least try to understand somebody else's perspective, your own perspective, things of that nature. Just please think before you do something, and even ask yourself why before you do something. Of course, do what you want, but please ask why you want it, who you want it for, who inspired you, and do you want to be like that person? Ask yourself if that person has a good image, or an image that you could even relate to. Like, dog, it's bad. It's so bad, but it's okay. It's so bad, but it's okay. Just be aware. Think. Just think. Ask yourself why. Even if you don't understand it, ask yourself why. Take a second and pause. Where? Why? Who? When? 5 W's. Think. School helps in some way. Like, think. Like, hey, bro, school is important. Like, don't think you're just there learning whatever. These math, arithmetics, all these things, they're important. Please take a second to analyze school. It's not that it wasn't important. It is important. You just gotta use it. Like, you gotta make the choice to use it. It all makes sense. It does. All of it does. There's a reason. There's a reason that it's school. There's a reason that you're there. Of course it is to socialize, but you're learning how to use the things around you. Look around you. Take a second. It could just be like a brief pause just to ask why, but do it. I probably sound crazy, but just hear me out, bro. Hear me out. Ask why. Think about it. Just ask why. Why does this make sense at the moment? Who is it gonna help? And will it hurt that other person? Or will it hurt somebody somewhere halfway across the country? Think about it, bro. Think about it. Just think about it. It applies to everything. It applies to everything. Math is just important. All these A plus AX plus B, sloping this, all this, all of it. It makes sense. All our shapes, it's all shapes. Like, it's important to measure things properly. It makes sense. Just because you're not in that profession, or like you don't see yourself doing something like that, it makes sense. It does. It all does. Everything. So like, you gotta just be aware. Take a second, pause, and look around. Breathe. Just breathe. Take a second, pause. I wanna run, please. And just don't believe your first thought all the time. What's your first thought? Maybe the only thing that you're thinking right now, and that may be instinct. So sometimes you act on it, and there's nothing you can do about it. I keep biting this out of my mouth, even if there's nothing you can do about it. Like, just breathe. Be there, at least so you can act on. Even if in the moment you're about to do something that you couldn't believe that you would ever do, you have the ability to breathe in that second. You can feel that air, be present, be there, right? And then that could change everything. That can change everything. Just be there. Please take a second and think about it. You can. Before you say you can't, you can. You can. Just take a second, please. Think about it. Breathe and look around. Take a second. That's all I'm asking. Breathe. Stop being so reactive. God gave you all this time. The universe gave you all this time. It's an impossibility that this is happening. It's impossible. So think about it. It's impossible that this is a reality. Do you believe it? It might sound crazy, but you're conscious. Take a second to like realize that. Of course, everything's conscious, but you're truly conscious. And just take that thought, have that with you in every situation. Like, you're really there. This is really where you're living. This is the life that you're in. Take a second and pause and just really analyze that and realize what you can do. Sorry, but like, for real, I ain't a messenger, but bro, just Think about it. Take a second. Realize what's going on, please. Before you do something or before something happens, please think about it before you do something. Take a second and realize that what you're looking at influences you, and what you're doing also influences your character, and influences also what's going on around you. Your character does. Who you are, what you believe in, what you choose to believe in. It's rough. It's rough. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't think I'm supposed to understand it, but it's happening. So like, you know what I'm saying? Be there. Be here. You can take action. You can do it. I don't mean to make it like a inspirational video or nothing, but like, you have hands. You can take action. These things can grab. Like, you know, you use these every day. And then there's also people that don't have them. Think about it. And they're still doing it. They don't have them. Think about it. Just appreciate it and what's going on. Be here for it. It's incredible. It's impossible. They say there's impossibilities, and then there's us. It's impossible. Like, it's incredible. So just be here. Be aware. Be there. For real. It makes sense. It does. Be present. Take it in. Simple as that. Be here. Take control. You got this. For real. I believe in you. You can do it. We can do it. We're all here. We can change. You can change your thoughts. That doesn't have to be concrete. It doesn't have to be it. It doesn't have to be it at all, because you can, and it matters. So take control of that. Be conscious and aware of it before you take action on anything. It's real. It's so real. Everything is. It's all here. These things matter. These equations, these things that you're looking at, the math that you think is dumb, it makes sense. It's all there. Everything is there. Everything is there. Everything is there. It's always there. It's always been there. It all makes sense. Like, really, just be conscious, be aware, and be present about it, and the influences that it has on you and your environment as well. Be aware of it. Maybe I do make sense, maybe I don't. And I couldn't care less regardless. I just need y'all to be there for you. Don't think about me and me telling you this. It's important that you be aware of that. It's for you, us, everyone, every individual, all of us within. We all need to be aware of how you want to be treated, and also how others treat you. You can change it. You have the control, for real. And just be there for it, and ask. Keep asking why. Even if it sounds crazy, just ask why. In your head, ask why. Why does it sound crazy? What is it attached to? Why does it make me feel this way? Yeah, that's all. For real. It all makes sense, but it's hard to understand. So just be aware of it. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I really want to say. Regardless of if this video goes up or not, it's for me. So I'm trying to tell myself, like, look, regardless of where it goes, it's a video log for you. You can come back to it. You can watch it. It's for you. You can be aware and anxious and analyze in the moment what's going on. You can be there for you. Just take a second. Be aware of what's going on. Take it in. Take a breather. Remember. Try to remember. Just be there. But that's all.